So the question of how do we ensure that refugee populations or nomadic populations, what we'd call the hard to reach populations, continue to have access to the services after transition. This particular question is not unique to trachoma, it's not unique to eye care. I mean, this is true when managing all kinds of health conditions in those nomadic populations or in refugee populations. I think what we have to do is learn from how, for example, immunization is being managed in those kind of populations. So we have to probably think a little bit more outside the box. And we probably have to think of who in that particular setting is providing what services to these populations. Because in some settings, if it's a refugee population, it's probably a little bit easier because there are organizations that provide services for refugee populations, and that's where the hook in is probably going to have to be. For the more nomadic populations, is figuring out who are the players within those settings. So for example, in a Tanzania setting with a Maasai population moving between Tanzania and Kenya, who are the major healthcare providers in those particular settings? How do we link in with those particular providers? So basically I'm saying is that we have to look at this very context specific, such that what works, for example, among a Maasai population in Tanzania may not work at all within a population in Chad, where there's much more population movement with Sudan. So I think we have to be very, very specific to the context that we're working within. But when I say that, it means specific to find out who's doing what, how are they doing it, and what's going to work best.